So my name is Cassie Franco, and I will be making a video for you of a short, small group activity that you could follow up with your students after teaching them the concept of bar graphs, going along with data analysis. So this project is called Don't Burst My Bubble. And this would be the worksheet that the students will receive in their small group centers. They will also receive a gumball machine, a spinner, their favorite bingo dotters or dabbers, and a couple different labels that they're going to eventually label their bar graph. Title, data or data, labels, and numbers. So they'll start with being put into differentiated groups. I currently am going to be teaching this lesson with 25 students, which ended up being perfect. I have 5 groups, 5 students in each group, and they will take their spinner, and each student will be able to spin 3 times. Now, I do not have a middle for my center, so I'm going to use an alternative, and I'm just going to use a penny. I'm going to throw the penny, and whatever one that lands on is what my color is going to be. So the way that I would have this start out for my students is I would have them take off the lids of their dabbers so that they are just ready to go. Okay, so all the lids are off. Then I would have one student go at a time. I would have the student go ahead and spin the spinner 3 times. So I'm just going to take my penny, whatever lands on is the color that I'm going to color my gumball machine. All right, so the first one was red. So I'm going to take the gumball machine and I'm going to make 1 dabber on my gumball machine. Just like that. I'm going to do it 2 more times. Oh, I got blue this time. And 1 more time. Oops, that didn't land on it. Okay, orange. Then it would be the next student's turn. You keep doing that until you get a total of 15 gumballs. So I'm just going to put them on here for time's sake. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 1 more. Definitely want to make sure that I did the right amount. All right, once that's done, this is what your gumball machine will look like. Okay, you have all your gumballs inside. Now that you have all of your data, you will then be able to put it into your bar graph. All right, as you see, we have our colors below, we have our numbers on the side. Students will fill in their bar graph. Once they're done, they'll interpret their data and answer all the questions here on the side. Looking at my gumball machine, I see that I have 2 blue. So I will color my bar graph up to the number 2. Next color is red. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Green, I see 2. Yellow, I see 1, 2. And orange, 1, 2, 3. I see 3. All right. My graph is now done. Of course, I did this a little bit on the fast side, so if my students were doing this, I'd want them to be able to color in their boxes a little bit more full than this, but ultimately they're getting the idea of how to take their data and put it into their bar graph. Now they're going to answer these 5 different questions. First question being, how many gumballs were yellow? I'd look at my chart or my graph and see 1, 2. and I'd put the number 2, just like this. Next question. Which color did you have the most of? And while looking at my graph, I see that red and orange both have 3, so they're tied. So I'm going to write red and orange. Which color did you have the least of? Well, if I look here, I actually have a 3-way tie. I have 2 blue, 2 green, and 2 yellow. How many gumballs did you have all together? And this one they should be able to answer right away because they know that they were only able to spin the spinner 15 times. So how many gumballs all together? 15. And last but not least, I love this question because it's taking multiple colors and making them combine them to find the total answer. It says how many gumballs were either red, yellow, or orange? So I got to count up all my red, yellows, and oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it. All right, this is a great way to make sure that your students are understanding bar graphs and how to collect data and how to interpret the data. And it's a fun way for them to interact with their peers, and it's also a fun center. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.